want to talk about something that I think is really, really important, which is that our creating, our creativity, our artist making is self-care. Actually, if we're hanging out going, I can't do my creative stuff, the world's too terrible, or life is too busy, or there's just not time for it, then we're actually doing things in the wrong order, because we're not going to get to world peace or personal peace by not being creative. Even though sometimes we think we don't have time for it, putting creativity and creating on our map as a priority is actually what gets us one step closer to having peace and joy and centeredness in our own lives. Not to mention, it actually brings us closer to peace in the whole. That's right. Today I'm talking about creativity as self-care, and it's so important. I don't take that lightly. I think of it as a very serious subject. And not just because I'm a mother of 6 and I'm super tired and I need self-care, but because I know and understand that creativity is life generating, it's health generating, it gives us healing. I've made a number of videos about that. And we're not progressing anywhere in our personal lives or in the world unless we have those qualities of healing and health. So welcome back to the channel. It's Sam from thesamanthawild.com. Don't forget, thumbs up and subscribe. I just can't wait. I'm like jumping up and down to get to 1,000 subscribers. That'll be really wonderful. Did you notice? You probably didn't, but I actually haven't made a video for 3 weeks. So I skipped 2 weeks without them because it's been like chaos and madness, which is why I got to this idea of making a video specifically about creativity and creating a self-care. And that's because in the course of these past couple of weeks, when I haven't been making any YouTube videos, and I also haven't been posting on any social media, which I don't do that often anymore, I still have been creating. Because when life gets really busy like it does, a lot of things go to the bottom, like making YouTube videos. But some things don't go to the bottom, like doing my creative and creating an artist work. Anyway, I'm so delighted that you're here. Mwah! A big thank you to my new and my old subscribers. I'm really delighted. I hope you get something out of this channel. It's really a joy for me to be able to share my studio, my world, and my creative thoughts with you as somebody who lives at the intersection of spirituality and creativity. This pillow that I'm holding is one of the pieces that I've made most recently, and it's been so busy for me lately that it's actually been hard for me to find time to do any of my weaving. But this piece, which I wrote about for my weekly email, you can go to thesamanthawild.com to sign up for that if you're not getting it. I wrote about this beautiful original piece that I had woven and that had been sitting there for more than a year and now has been turned into a pillow with just this absolutely fantastic fringe. Is the lighting terrible? I don't know what's happening. I feel kind of like a halo. I might change. Is that any better? Hopefully that's a little bit better. Anyhow, put this pillow together. I was calling it a heart pillow because I was wanting it to be a really nice shape for when we do restorative fish pose, but like a very soft, gentle one. And I'm very excited to be making a bunch of these in different colors. It's got the patchwork on the front and the hand woven on the back. So in the past couple weeks when I've been like really overwhelmed, so many things on my plate, so many things to do, if I don't stay connected to that creative spark inside of me, it is like a water slide straight down to Sadville. I get grumpy, I get like very disconnected, and I know other people feel this way. And in my mentorship work, I work a lot with people who haven't tapped in as much as they need to into their creativity. And we don't even necessarily know that that's what's happening. Like we're over there feeling despair and discouragement and disconnection. And we're thinking, well, maybe I need this, maybe I need that, maybe I need more water, maybe I need more fruit, maybe I need to exercise. There are a lot of things that we probably need, but one of the top 5 needs to be expressing ourselves creatively. Why? Because you are a creative being. It is in you to create. It's part of why you are here on planet Earth. And also because when we're creating, we are listening to the muse, to the divine voice. Being in creative space allows us to be in our heart space. Check out this little heart. This is a patchwork heart originally made from a piece of hand woven that was then cut and trimmed to be a heart. Lovely little backing on it, stitched a heart on top with each one, buttons and other details and cracks and breaks. Being in creativity, being in your artist maker self is being in your heart space. And people who are like crafting or maybe doing things that to them don't rate as that significant, you are dwelling in your heart space. Being in heart space is the space where new thoughts come, integration comes, connection comes, healing comes, and peace is created. And I mean this quite seriously when I say that, one of the things I would really like right now is world peace. And I cannot sit around and not weave and not create because I'm so upset about the world situation. If I am not weaving, it's not stopping wars. I mean, that's just true. And not only that, if I am not weaving and connecting as a form of self-care, in other words, it's to care for myself as a human being with needs that are reasonable and necessary and significant, then I am actually becoming at war with myself, inside myself. And in the details of this heart, I think this lighting sort of stinks today, but there are cracks and breaks that have been sort of stitched over to a metaphorically or symbolically or visually testify to our own experience of being people who have broken hearts. But our broken hearts make us stronger. And we dwell in heart space when we are acting as creatives. And that's when we start stitching up the heart or allowing it to be stitched up. That's very deep self-care. That's not just like going to a yoga class. And I'm a yoga teacher and there's nothing wrong with it. But really staying in your heart and doing that deep work and allowing it to be a priority for you. That's up there with drinking water. I might just encourage you to think about the times in these days when you're feeling discouraged, disconnected, bitter, and frustrated, and go to creativity as the solution. I mean, that may look like something like, well, I'm, feeling whatever, and instead of sitting on the couch and just eating chocolate, I'm going to go to my studio space, my workspace. I'm going to take out my drawing pad. I'm going to go cook. Whatever is your source, where you get really creative and you feel tapped in to that heart flow, that's what you're going to do. And that could be a really interesting exercise. I've certainly been practicing that a lot for myself because I noticed some habitual things that will come in for me, like maybe when things are really hard or really frustrating, at the end of the day, I'm exhausted, I pick up my phone and I start to scroll. And I'll tell you something, it doesn't make me feel any better. But if instead of doing that, I realize, oh my gosh, this feeling is actually a request from my inner self, from my inner me, from my heart to create. And then I come into my studio or I do something in the house because I can't come to my studio because kiddos are sleeping. Then something really changes. And this is important because I think that is the precipitating force that brings about the peace, the joy, and the healing that we want. We're all sitting around waiting for peace, joy, and healing to land on top of our heads, but we have to take this step, and the step is to get into our creative self. So I challenge you in the next couple of days to be like, instead of doing my habitual stuff, my ABC stuff, I'm gonna go and do some creativity. I'm gonna go do some making. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfect, but whatever I do is going to be heart work. Like the lovely pillow, which is like heart pillow. And then tell me how that goes. I'd love to have a comment, and don't forget, give a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. Feel free to share this with people. Check out LisaManthaWild.com. If you haven't been to my weaving shop there, I have a lot of pieces that I really love right now that haven't been spoken for, that are very beautiful and very colorful and very meaningful. So go on over and visit there. If you sign up for my weekly email, you do get 10% off in the weaving shop. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully I'll be here next Friday. But even if I'm not here because I'm too busy, you can count on knowing that I will be connecting as self-care with that creative self inside of me. And I hope that you'll find some time and prioritize doing that for yourself too. Have a very creative day.